During President Yoweri Museveni's visits to Busoga sub-region in 2018, local leaders requested the president to champion a government takeover of Busoga University. The president subsequently directed the Minister of Education to assume control. In a significant development, the Church of Uganda handed over Busoga University to the Ministry of Education and Sports in December 2018. This transfer marked a new chapter for the institution, transforming it from a private church-founded university to a public university serving the Busoga region.
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Engineer Peter Sekudemka. I'm the engineer in charge of Ministry of Education and Sports, government-funded projects. First and foremost, Busoga University was a private university. Now the government has taken over in fulfillment of His Excellency's promise to diversify universities to ensure that every region has one. So Busoga University works were given to us by Minister of Education after coming to an understanding with the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. A memorandum of understanding was signed on 3rd March and works immediately resumed on 30th March, and the total value of works we are doing there is around 3.79 billion shillings. This is just called or termed as critical renovation. Why critical? Busoga University has 3 campuses, but the main campus is at Iganga. So because they have the intention of resuming or opening the university by August, they had to pick out some critical works. So they did that at Iganga main campus. Other campuses are at Kamuli and then Gugiri, which works will also be done later. So these works were started, as I've told you, on 30th, and the expected practical completion date will be around 30th June, so that by August the campus is in position to resume and students will be admitted accordingly. So the scope of works, mainly for the campus to function, there must be an administration block. So we are working on all the administration blocks which are there. There is this mini administration block and a big administration. Then lecture halls. Lecture facilities are all being handled. We are working on the library. We are working on the main hall. We are working on the laboratory and science blocks. We are working on many structures which you can make a campus begin. So in our scope, we find that we have also external works to make sure that the area is really conducive enough for a student and to ensure that studying atmosphere is very, very nice for the learners. So that is our scope.
Thank you so much, UBC. I'm Captain Engineer Jime Opo Omara. I am the resident engineer of this project. This project at Busoga University is a proposed critical renovation of Busoga University. So, as of now, we have about 11 blocks to renovate. 11 blocks, that is the central teaching facility. We have 2 sets of toilets. We have the primary education section. We have the main library. We have the law library. We have the science laboratory, the computer lab, and the main hall as per now, plus external works. So as per now, we started this project on 5th of April. On 5th of April 2025. And the expected date of completion is the 5th of June 2025. So far, so good. Our progress is good, as you have seen. We are so far 40% of the works completed. So far, we have we started with the mobilization of personnel. We started with the demolition works. We started with most of the structures, as you have been seeing. They were in a very critical state they were in a critical state. So we had to re-roof all the structures. So as you can see, we have finished roofing most of the structures, and we are now on other concurrent activities, as you have been seeing. Other structures, roof works, masonry works ongoing, plus other finishes, as you have seen. Plastering has also commenced. So far, so good. We are at 45%, and we expect to meet the timeline of 5th June 2025. In 3 months, we are handing over this project.
The government, through the Ministry of Education and Sports, committed 3.7 billion shillings to the renovation of Busoga University ahead of its reopening for the 2024-2025 academic year. The Ministry of Education and Sports awarded the contract to the Updf Engineering Brigade to undertake the refurbishment of the Iganga-based university.
The structures have stayed for time, but the materials used were stones, these block stones. So for them, they cannot age. Only we are not getting any big challenge with them. What we have done is to remove only the plaster. All the plaster has been removed, all the roofs have been removed, because with the timber, at least its lifespan, well-treated timber is around, that one has stayed for over even 70 years. So we have changed the timber. We have openings were so small by then. We have enlarged the openings, that is windows and doors, to ensure that there is enough aeration for the learners. We have improved on the library. The roof was a bit low. We have made that we have raised them. Generally, there is no challenge with the structures. They are still very strong, because before we started even doing any work there, engineers led by engineer Alinda Arthur from Ministry of Works carried out the assessment, and they proved that structures are worth renovating, because we wouldn't invest or put government money on unworthy structures.
Yeah, as UPDF Civil Engineers Brigade, we have a team, a very big team. We have a team, and we work hand in hand with the civilian community, those who meet our terms and conditions. However, these civilians, we don't just speak and say, come and work. No. They go through a vetting process. I've been in touch with the LC1 of the area, where they are vetted, those with the proper records. Of course, we don't work with the criminals. Those with the proper records, they are vetted through the LC1, and then we welcome them, we work them. The community was really excited. The reaction was so good. The community was excited. They were so happy to see us, the UPDF engineers, on ground. And they were happy with the speed at which we are handling things. Of course, as a UPDF Civil Engineers Brigade, we are people who love to work with the people. We are a people's force, and our collaboration with them is always very good. They were so happy to see us. Normally, we have those meetings after a series of like a monthly meetings. There are site meetings that we normally have with all the stakeholders, the end users here, plus the few representatives of the community. Also, we invite them for the meeting, for them to assess and see what is going on, what we are doing here.
The Uganda People's Defence Forces Engineering Brigade is undertaking the renovation and rehabilitation of Busoga University in Iganga district.
You know, renovation works are mainly labor intensive. So what we did and what we have done is to take many soldiers there and these technicians, and to ensure that we do it the way we do Taresita. Taresita is always done in a month, but we find that there is a big coverage. So each structure had to give an engineer to head it. Like say a main hall, there is an engineer qualified with a team. We go to library like that. So we had to divide the work so that we do it in the shortest time possible. A lot of unfair things which were very necessary. We reached at the university, we realized they have no water. So the first thing I did, it was not in the abuse, to drill a borehole and ensure that we push water to all the required points. Then other things, there was an omission of, say, the rules, and to make sure really they enough for the learners. So that one also has been incorporated in. There are many other works which have been like external works. People can't come study because you have said the library is ready. They must be in a clean environment. External works have been included. So all those changes, and they realized, like say Bugiri campus, there are structures which were blown off by wind, and if we leave them to expose to the vagaries of weather, they will be destroyed. So it has also been incorporated. They wanted to be done in this phase. So there is a lot, but with the same Bugiri campus, we shall go there later when the university has begun. We must first of all do the critical works. Campus begins, then we shall continue doing more as the client will be directing us on what to do.
Refurbishment covers the administration block and 11 classroom blocks, making them habitable for learners. The UPDF Engineering Brigade will also undertake the external works, including the installation of drainage systems, pavers and lighting, as part of bills of quantity of the project.
The methodology or procedure of working with the client is that the client chooses a consultant, and the consultant works on behalf of Minister of Education and Sports, whereby they appoint a clerk of works. Clerk of works is a resident engineer on site, so that any day-to-day consultation about what is going on is done by the clerk of works. Where he fails, he has to consult the appointing authority. And the client ensures when he wants any change, he has been giving us instructions in the instruction book. So we have harmoniously worked together, we have lived together and we cooperated. That's why we have been very successful right from Nambole and many other schools we have completed. In fact, if you go to say secondary schools, we are on batch number 3. Batch number 3 composes of around 29 schools all over the country. So really the client is good and we have cooperated well. He has a good supervising mechanism. We set up the project management team, which is composed of the client, the beneficiaries and the contractor, plus the political wing. These students who are able different have been taken care of. We have to ensure that, and we have to make sure that we have their access, and the toilets for them are also provided so that they can easily wheel in and wheel out. So we are to provide all what is necessary to cater for the people who are disabled differently.
As we moved around the campus premises, it was evident that the UPDF Engineering Brigade was busy at work. Engineers and technicians were busy constructing and renovating various structures, from lecture halls to dormitories, with precision and dedication. The sound of hammering and drilling filled the air, a testament to the brigade's tireless efforts to bring the project to life.
And you know, everything, what dictates what to do or the scope of work is the availability of funds. For us to ensure that the university starts, we had to take on critical works. And the critical works means where the lecturers will be, where the students will be learning from, where the administrators will be, where they will be easing themselves. All those have been catered for. But these remaining structures, they follow under phase 2. Which and we can easily work on them as the school is operational. So it has been catered for but phased to ensure that the available funds can first of all ensure the university begins, since it is not for the students. Students are not resident. This is they will be there. So the lecturers also meanwhile will be accommodated somewhere as we work on these buildings in phase 2. And with the remaining structures, they will also take a shortest time possible, because this one is going to take on record around 4 months to be done. Minister of Education has given it all. I thank Mama for this. She has given what it takes to ensure that there is improvement in education by providing, one, the learning environment or classrooms. That is why you find we are renovating all these abandoned previously abandoned schools, previously abandoned works by contractors. As I talk now, we are in Namasagari. Namasagari had been a dilapidated school, but we have put all those structures down and we are putting up new classroom blocks and the laboratory science labs. So by the building many new structures and taking on all these other works in education to improve, the government is very committed in improving the education. And you know, education is the key to the development of the country, because where there are elites, there is thinking and there are a lot of innovation, and more so the science part of it. That's why you find in every school, every project we do, there must be a laboratory block or laboratory blocks. So that one is the intention of the government to ensure that education really is improved, and they are trying to decentralize to ensure that every region has a university, and it is a policy Mzee has visualized and seen, and this is really a sign and evidence is that we are working on Busoga University, which will cover the Busoga region, and very many people enjoy, and there they will be really bridging the gap of the learners, trying to make sure that there is no congestion in Makerere or these mega institutions. They are decongesting so that people can go and move up country to go and study.
The engineers worked with focus and expertise, ensuring that every detail was attended to and every structure was built to last. Their professionalism and commitment to quality were palpable, and it was clear that they were driven by a desire to deliver a world-class facility. As we observed, the Brigade's work ethic and attention to detail were truly impressive.
We have taken very critical measures. Of course, when we are doing a project like this, it is a project that has been assessed by qualified engineers. We have our consultants from Ministry of Works and Transport and Ministry of Education. So we are guided by the BOQs and the plans. Some of these structures you see has gone through structure integrity tests. So all what we do here, it is a standard. It is something that will be habitable for the learners. Incorporated a lot of things. You know, renovation works is a bit very critical. There are structures after thorough assessment. We work hand in hand with our consultants, and then we have incorporated a lot of, we have remodeled a lot of structures to make it habitable for the users here. But of course, with consultations from our consultants, our main supervising consultants, the Ministry of Works and Ministry of Education. The site engineer, I am very, very happy with the works we are doing as so far so good. This is the directive of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Commander-in-Chief. We as UPDF Civil Engineers Brigade, we are humbled to implement the directive of the Commander-in-Chief, and we shall achieve the time frame within the time taken, and we shall do it within the quality that is required and the standards.
The UPDF Engineering Brigade's work on the campus premises is a significant step towards creating a conducive learning environment for students. With their expertise and dedication, the Brigade is transforming the campus into a modern and vibrant hub of academic excellence. The progress being made is a testament to the Brigade's capabilities and their ability to deliver high-quality projects.
Local materials, they are readily available in Busoga. The local material means aggregates, hard core, sand. Sand, we just get it from Mayuge here. There is Lake Victoria. So local materials are readily available. The only materials we still get from Kampala are the industrial materials. And it is Michael, ginger is very developed. They should really be producing first-class materials. And the good thing in Busoga is that, like roofing, it has a branch in ginger. So really, material availability has not been a major issue generally. They are local available, and even if they are within the proximity, Iganga and the ginger, very near, so we have not experienced a bigger problem of availability of material like in other places. Because as per the directive of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Commander-in-Chief of UPDF, decided we take over construction industry. The intent was, one, to reduce on the delays of delivering these projects, and two, the corruption which is within the construction industry, and three, to ensure that there is quality. And so I'm sure we have achieved, because there has been no complaint as so far for the projects I've delivered in the Ministry of Education, even those delivered in the Ministry of Health, Airport, where Nambole, you look at just self-supporting, and really evidence that we are doing the best and we are doing the right thing. And more so, His Excellency has gone ahead to build the capacity. Because as I talk, from these training wings, you hear for Redeem, recent Kaweta, where there are many engineers who are recruited and they have been sent to the units. So there is a lot of capacity building. There is a lot of, we are building capacity in terms of human beings and then machines. Yeah, all those are being procured, and we are doing well, and we are really achieving. I know with time we shall achieve it 100%. We are on the right track and we shall achieve it.
Officials from the Busoga sub-region have expressed their heartfelt appreciation to the Updf Engineering Brigade for the exceptional quality of work and unwavering commitment demonstrated in the construction projects undertaken in the area. The officials praised the brigade's professionalism, attention to detail, and timely completion of projects, which has significantly reflected at the university's premises. The Updf Engineering Brigade's dedication to excellence has earned them high regard from the Busoga sub-region officials, who are thrilled that the positive transformation brought by these projects will go a long way in transforming the area. The officials' commendation is a testament to their brigade's capabilities and reinforces their reputation as a reliable and skilled construction team capable of delivering high-quality projects that meet the needs of local communities. The Busoga University's sprawling campus sits on 215.4 acres of land, providing a serene and expansive environment conducive to learning and growth.
Just buying us, I can start with the central teaching facility. The central teaching facility needed to be re-roofed. There were roofs that had sagged. So we had to refix it back. Then we had to do screeding. We had to remove the old screed and put a fresh screed such that it is ready to receive terrazzo. And then we are introducing ramps. Ramps are for people with a disability, for easy transition. So in a building that has no ramp, it is a part of the safety policy in construction. Yeah, then we have the administration block. The administration block also, we had to re-roof. We have to change the whole roof structures. It was in a bad state. And then we are also doing screeding on it, which is also done. And then we are fixing door frames as per now. Then besides the administration block, we have the small admin stroke reception, where of course there will be a point of welcoming visitors for the university. So it is also the same scope, doing roofs, changing doors and windows, changing door frames, screeding and plastering localized areas where there are defects. And then besides the other side, we have the primary education laboratory, also the same scope, re-roofing, plastering localized areas, changing doors and windows, and putting fresh screeds, and doing terrazzo works. Then besides the primary education lab, we have the law library also. So the law library was in a critical state. So we had to introduce beams. Beams, of course, beams to make the structure stronger. To make it stronger. So we had to introduce beams and increase the heights of the structures. And then, of course, we are re-roofing it, which is also about 90% complete, and plastering, putting a fresh slab. The original existing slab was in a bad state. So we had to change it. We had to remove the old slabs and then put a fresh slab. Of course, through the same processes. Then next to the law library, we have main library, the main library for the university. So for it, it is a combination of a timber roof and a steel roof. We had also to remodel, because we have to create space, make openings wider enough for aeration, and work on the floor slabs, increase the heights of the splash aprons, plastering, which is still ongoing anyway. And then next is we have the main hall. The main hall also the same scope of works. Roofs, plastering, changing the slabs, increasing, building the aprons, creating ramps for persons with the disabilities. And then we have also the computer laboratory. The computer lab, we have to also to create partitions. There are partitions for the labs, physics lab, chemistry lab, biology lab, and we have to work on the slabs. For that one, we are going to do a steel roof. That's why you have seen it in that state which you are still seeing. For that one, it's going to have a steel roof plus a gypsum ceiling, and then plastering it all, putting the apron together, painting with the time when it comes, and all as that. Then besides it, behind it, there is a computer lab, which is the last block. Computer lab also, we had to, the same scope, re-roofing it, working on the slabs, increasing the size of the openings, plastering, just as that, as per now. So those are the 11 blocks that we are working on. And then maybe the last scope of work, which I didn't tell you, is the external works. External works is always the last scope of activities. That is paving the compounds here, and then creating walkways for easy transition for the end users. So that I can tell you, sir.
This vast space allows for the development of state-of-the-art facilities, including lecture halls, libraries, laboratories, and recreational areas, catering to the diverse needs of students and staff of Busoga sub-region.
You see, when we sign an MOU with the client, before we begin work, the Ministry of Education goes with us to the beneficiaries. There is what we call handover of the site. They explain to the beneficiaries that this project is going to cost this much. This project will have the following done. This project will cost this much. So in the end, when we are done, we carry out inspections through the project management team. Now, when they are satisfied with the works, we hand over the project to the project management team, which in turn invites the client to receive the works, and they will invite the political wing, our leaders. They write to them. Then it is the now high authority to know who should provide over the handover ceremony. But it has been done officially and normally for all the concluded projects, and really people appreciate, and they come in big numbers and they receive their work because they own it right from the time go. Local labor like these porters and the rest are recruited within. So by the time we are ready to hand over, they will be aware that the work has been done and it is their work. They come and receive it.
The 215.4-acre campus will offer ample opportunities for expansion and developments, enabling the university to increase its student population, introduce new programs, and enhance its research capabilities.
My message is that learners, fellow Ugandan students, our brothers, sisters, the university will be ready by August for first admission. I don't know which courses. They should really, the university authority should come up and tell the people which courses are going to begin and what they are going to offer. They should advertise the university so that they reduce on students moving longer distances from Busoga to Mbarara to where, and other students also from far places can come and see the scenery of Busoga. You know, Busoga is really a very, very, very rich place. You see ginger is there. They come and see, and they do a lot of tourism there. So I encourage movements, inter-movements, and those who cannot afford going far to go to the university. And the university itself have to start advertising and telling Ugandans what their courses they are going to offer and when it is beginning. But for us, by August, the university will be ready for the first phase works, and we shall hand over.
With its prime location and extensive land area, The university is well positioned to become a hub for academic excellence and innovation in the Busoga sub-region. Busoga University was formerly under the administration of Busoga Diocese.
Really, my message the first message goes to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, that we are very grateful. Thank you very much for empowering Updf to participate in the development of this country through construction industry. And Mama, to ensure that funds are readily available wherever projects come up in the Ministry of Education and Sports sector. I've never met any problem. Right from Nambole, Mandela National Stadium, Mama had to ensure that funds are readily available and the project was concluded. We are now on training pitches in Chambogo, it has been concluded, and we shall move on to many other training pitches in Makerere, the North, Guru and the rest. And all these projects have been put in every region without segregation. We find that now when we go to state schools, I've completed many secondary schools in Uganda, which is a sign that the government is very committed in providing a very well and good conducive atmosphere for the learners. Because His Excellency knows that it's through education that the country can develop, and more so in science. That's why a lot of attention has been given to laboratories wherever we go, and whichever school we put up ensures there is a laboratory block, so that science really is improved and people are empowered to do science subjects.
But the university was closed in 2017 after the National Council for Higher Education revoked its license, citing irregularities in awarding fake degrees, employing unqualified academic staff, and clipping financial dates. In 2018, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni pledged a government takeover of the institution, which eventually led to a memorandum of understanding signed between the Minister of Education and the university, thereby clearing the way for the current renovation by the Updf Engineering Brigade. Government's acquisition of Busoga University came in response to stakeholders' appeals after the National Council for Higher Education revoked the institution's provisional license in 2017. Busoga University was founded by the late Bishop Mose in 1993, working with the Board of Governors of Busoga College, Mwiri. The institution opened to students in December 1999 after receiving its tertiary institution license.